Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, we successfully complete our this slider part. So right now our this slider is totally dynamic, right? So now we can actually manage everything from our home and there is a slider. So here right now in this video, I want to do another work in our home page. There is also another option for the about. So this about option right now I want to do and to make it as a dynamic. Okay, so how can make this dynamic? In this video, I will show you that things with a live example. So for doing this, first of all, I want to create one of the database. And into the database, friend, as I told you, if you all understand about my all that previous section, it should be very much easy to you. Because of all here, we need one of the database. Into the database, we need some of the field. Like that will be one of the title field, one of the short description field, another will be as a long description, right? So better first of all I want to create this database, and also we'll need one of the model. So if you want to do that work, I want to go to our project. So right now our serve is run. That means our PHP artisan serve is running, and now I want to add new one as a CMD. So first of all here I want to create one of the model, and also I want to create another migration file. So I think you already know about it as a PHP artisan, and then make model, and here whatever the name actually you choose. So right now for education purpose I am choosing as a about or home about. So I name it as a home about. Okay, so that will be our model name. And also I want to create one of the migration tables. So here if you want to create that migration table, then you have to add that m, right? So that is our PHP artisan make model and the home about and then migration. Now if you click as a enter, so now it's created one of the model, and also it's created one of the migration table. So now let's do that work. So now if you go to our project directory, so right now we don't need this. I remove everything. Also I remove everything. So I want to make it as a clean. Okay. So that is our route file. So that will be needed. And now I want to go to our database. So if you go to our database, and into the database, there's a migration. So I have created one of the new migrations table, and that is a name as a home about, right? So now I want to add some of the field. So better I copy it and then I paste it. So here we need, as I told you friend, we need one of the title, we need one of the short description, and also we need one of the long description. So I want to add some of the field. So first of all, it will be as a title. Okay, I make it as a title, and also I want to make it as a short description. That will be as a short, and then underscore description or this, whatever you want. So right now also I want to take another one. It will be as a long description. Long underscore description, right? So there is a 3 field, and also that will be as a string. This will be as a string, and this will be as a this type of one of the description page. So I want to add as a text. Okay, then it will be actually better, and also long description will be as a text. Perfect. So here I have created 3 of this field. One is the title, the short description, and the long description. Okay, so better I make it as a long. LONG. Okay, that will be as a long description. So now I want to click as a save all, and also I want to update our model, because that will be also needed. So that is our model. Into the model area I have also created another model as a home about. So here I want to update it I want to protect it. So I copy it. I copy it, and now go to our home about. Here I paste it. So that will be our all that field. So right now that is actually the 3 field. One is the title. I want to add it. So that will be as a title. That will be as a short description. And also the long description, right? So that will be as a long description. So first of all I want to make it as also as a fillable. So now click as a save all. Perfect. I have updated our model, and also I have updated our this table. So that means the migrations table. So now I want to actually save all, and now I want to migrate it. So if you go here, and now if you want to migrate, what exactly you have to do? You have to write down as a PHP artisan and then migrate, right? So PHP artisan migrate. Now if you click as a enter, Now you can see our migration is successfully completed. That means in our database, it's now created one of the database. If you now go our database, and now if you refresh it, now you can see, friend, there is a new one as added as a new table as a home abouts. Into the home abouts, that is our field name as a title, short description, and the long description. So now first of all, I want to complete our admin portion. So from here I want to create one of the page, and here I want to complete everything, and then I will add display that our all the details in our this page. Okay. So first of all, I want to add one of the menu. That means into the menu area, there has already I have created one as a home about. So into the home about, here I want to put one of the route. So that is in our sidebar, right? That means in our admin sidebar. So now go to our admin sidebar. So if you go to our admin folder, into the admin folder, that is our body. Into the body, here you can see there is actually our sidebar. So now open it. So right now we don't need this. I want to actually close it, and also we don't need this. I close it. So into the sidebar area, before I have created one of the route for the slider. So right now I want to create another slider for our home about, right? So it should be just like that same. So that is our route. Here I want to create one of the new route as a home about. So that is our home about. So now we have to create this route, right? So you have to create this route in our web route, and that is the here. So here after this I take it as a, it will be as a about a space or about, that means the home about. I name it as a home about all route. Okay, I name it as a home about all route. So here first of all I want to take, better I copy it, I take one, and now better also I want to create another controller. Okay, so for our about related everything, if you want to create it with another controller, you can actually do that work with this. So better I want to create it. So I want to create another controller as a PHP artisan make controller, make and then controller, and now I name it as a home about or about controller. Okay, that will be as a about controller. So for now I want to create this type of one of the controller. If you now click as a enter, our controller is successfully created. So when you create any controller, what exactly you have to do, you have to add it, right? That means here, that is our controller. I have created one of the new controller, and I name it as a about controller. So first of all we have to actually add it in our web route area. So into the web route, here I want to add new one, that will be our home and that about controller. So now I copy it, and here I updated our this about controller, right? So now we can actually use our this about controller. So now I copy it, and here that is our route. So that will be our home, that means about controller. Into the about controller I want to create one of the method. So first of all that will be our route. So here into the sidebar I have created that route as a home about. So here we also have to update it. That means that will be as a home about, and then I also make it as a home about or whatever you want. So I make it as a home about right now, or rather then you can also make it as an admin home about. So that will be as a home about, and then I want to do, that is our about controller. Into the about controller I want to create one of the method, and I name it as a home about. Okay, I name it as a home about. So now this is the method we have to create in our about controller, right friend? Now go to our about controller here. So I name it as a public, and then function, and then our method name as a home about, right friend? So that will be our method. So into this method, what exactly we have to do? Into this method we have to view one of the page, right? That means here when you click in particular that area, it will be load one of the page. So that procedure will be just like that same. Here I want to return one of the view page. So I didn't create any view page. So better I want to create one of the view page. Okay, so that is our controller, and here that is our admin part. So into the admin, that is our slider. So better I want to create another folder. Okay, into the admin area I want to create another folder, and I just create new folder, and I just name it as a home about or home. So I name it one of the folder name as a home. So into the folder area I want to create one of the index page. That means the index dot blade. .php. So that will be our this page. I want to first of all load it, right? So if you want to load it, that means here we have to add it. So that is in our admin folder. That means that is actually admin folder, and then the home, and then the index. So I name it as a admin, and then home, and then index, right friend? I hope you will understand about it. So right now our this page will be loaded in particular that area. And also here I want to do, I have already discussed about that things with you a lot of the time. Like here I want to get all the data. So right now I don't have any data, but later we will insert some of the data. So I want to complete, I also want to complete this part. Okay, that means here if you want to get all the data, then you can get it. So I take one of the variable as a home about, this type of one of the variable, and then our model. So I have also created one of the model. So here I have created this model name as a model, the model that is actually our new model as a home about, right? So I have already created this model. So now I want to actually add it. That means with this model I want to access it. So if you want to access it, first of all you have to use it. So I want to use our this models. So that will be in our app. So into the app, and then the models. So that is a models folder, and into the models folder I have created one of the model as a home about. So that will be our home about, right friend? So make that sure you add it, and now with this we can actually access it. So now with this model, I want to get all that our latest data. Okay, that means all that our latest data I want to get it. So that will be as a get. So I want to get all the data. Perfect. So I get all that our latest data and take the things with this variable. So now we can actually pass this data into this page, that means index page, right friend? So right now our data is totally empty. So from here I get all the data and take the things with this variable. So now I want to visible this data in our index page. So if you want to do that work, then what exactly you have to do? You have to make it with the compact, right? So with the compact we can actually pass it. So now I pass this data. Perfect. So here I already completed our read portion. So I have already discussed about that things with you. Now we have to work in our home index page. That means that is our view. So into the admin, and that is our home index page. So this page will be just like our brand. Okay, I want to copy everything from our brand index. That will be better. Or rather than there is a slider index. So better I want to get everything like that, our slider index. Okay, so that is our slider index. So right now I copy everything from here. That is our slider index. I copy everything, and now in our blade, that means in our home, there is an index. Here I paste it. So now here what exactly we have to do, friend? We have to actually update it, right? So that is already extended our admin. That means the admin master, and then the admin section, that is our home slider. I make it as a home about. Okay, that is our home about, and also here I want to add one of the another button as a home add about. So that will be as a add about. Here we have to add one of the route for this one, and that is our success message will be visible all about data. Okay, I name it as all about data. And then that will be our all that serial number. That means the serial number will be visible. Home title will be visible. It will be as a home title. And then also there is actually the long description and the short description, right? So I make it as a short description, and also there is another one as a long description. So now I want to do and to also make it as a long description. Okay, long description. So that will be as a long description, and then that is our action. Perfect. And also you can see that, friend, that is a for each. So for right now, from here I get all the data and take the things with this variable. So now I want to visible it with this for loop. That is our for each home about as a about. Okay, I name it as a home about as a about. So now with this about I want to visible all that our field. That means our database field. With this about I want to visible the title. That means that is the title, and also with this about I want to visible our description. That will be as a short description. I copy it. So that will be the short description. Here we don't need any image. So right now I remove it, and here I take another one. Okay, I take another one. It will be as our another field, or another field is a long description. right? So now I want to do and to also add that as a long description. And after that, there is our another edit or delete button. So if you want to do that work, that will be as a edit, right? That means about edit ID and then about ID. That means that is actually our this table and this ID, right? So here it should be or should be visible for our edit and the delete button. So here we have to create one of the about, that will be as a about edit and then about delete. Okay, this type of one of the route we have to create for the edit and the update. So perfect. So that's all we have to do. So now let's check this out. If you now click as a save all, and now if you go to our site and here I refresh it, so it's now showing as an unexpected this. So here that is actually our route. That means our route web. Maybe I did something wrong on here. Into the route web here, you can see that is actually another one. So I remove it. That will be as a single one, right? So that is our home about. Perfect. Now click as a save all. And now go here, click as a refresh. Yeah, it's perfect. So now if you click as a home about, yes, you can see friend, it's successfully now loaded our serial number, home title, description, long description, and the actions. So right now I don't have any data, right? We have to add some of the data. Because of all in our database, it's totally now clean. So I want to add this data. So there is actually on the button as a add about. So how can create this add about page? That means from here we want to create one of the another create page, and from to the create page I want to insert this data. So better I want to continue this process. In our next video I will show you that things with a live example. So thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.